3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
What's up, YouTube? I am here today at our spring ICF pool training event in Springfield, Missouri. And today we are blessed with the presence of Sam from Element. He's actually I think the plant manager at Wichita. Territory manager. He's the Element guy in the Midwest. And I thought it would be a cool thing to do a video today with him because we're right at 1 year since I discovered Element.
Came on board.
Came on board. How that kind of came about is, I'd been doing review videos. If you guys remember all the different brand reviews, I called Joey, our buddy at Fab Form, because I remembered running into Element or Logix at the previous World of Concrete. And I'm like, give me a phone number. I want to see I know they're working on a new block. And Canada already had it, and east of the Mississippi had it, but there was no presence. And called the guy east of the Mississippi. He had stock in Louisville.
Got a hold of Travis, yep.
Got a hold of Travis, and I was heading to Nashville the next day. So it's like weird, synergy happened where I just go, all right, I'm going to leave tonight instead of tomorrow. I'm going to swing through Louisville. And within 24 hours, we were Element guys.
You were Element guys.
It happened. Everything was as advertised. And what I mean by that, I mean, you can get into the details, is that, Fox blocks, Nudura, they're all great blocks. But they're all 20-year-old, 15-year-old designs at this point, and like Fox Blocks has clips. It's a knock on them. I never thought it was. I don't mind the clips, but they are an expense. On a house, you might have $1,000 in clips, and it never bothered me because they're very robust, connectivity. I liked it, but if you can give me that good or better connectivity without that $1,000, it's a win. And everything that Travis was telling me back then, I'm like, if you're telling me the truth, you're going to have the best block on the game. And he goes, we hope so. That's what we put a ton of money into R&D. And I went out there and I confirmed it. And I was like, okay, this is exactly what you told me. And the only issue was I had a house coming up I wanted to do. They weren't making them yet. They were still into some contracts on old Logix and everything. They were waiting on their molds. So I think I was the first guy west of the Mississippi, that had them. And for several months. And I even had one of my Fox buddies go, you can't get those. I'm like, I got a warehouse full of them, buddy. I was like, they're getting them to me. But then Sam can kind of speak to the fact that they are fully functional running. They're making the Subterra, which we're going to get into all the different products here in a sec. But I've been to the plant. I'm actually going to do a video with him from Wichita here in the next couple weeks.
Get you fly out.
We're going to fly out. One of the kids working for me is a very young pilot, and I'm going to jump in with him and fly over there for the day. But yeah, Sam, let's just talk about a couple of the things. Most of what we carry, you guys make fully assembled block like everybody else. And you will notice the main difference is you don't see the little zipper that comes in the assembled blocks or you see in the corners. And the difference is with this, let's assemble a block for them real quick. Grab one more. And the assembled blocks come flat like this, and it's amazingly compact. That one stack that fits in a semi is 54 blocks. But basically, once you've inserted two of these on the ends, it assembles in seconds. And what's going to happen is this is going to enable you to fit almost double the ICF on one pallet or on one truck. So you're going to reduce your shipping costs massively. This assembly process, you put your low man on the totem pole on it.
You guys working on it.
And they will keep up with the rest of the crew. And so it doesn't really add hardly any labor. And the cool thing is when it has this zipper, you'll see it has it on all the pre-assembled corners. Grab me one more web real quick. So one of the things that they added that I thought was really good is, the Nudura was the first ones. I know Stronghold does it too now. They've got a zip clip.
Now, the sound of confidence.
The sound of confidence. I like that. Because when you hear that, it sounds like, getting your back cracked or something. When that happens, you know that you've lined it up correctly and you know that it's locked. And it can be very locked. Some of the guys up in Canada are making videos on how to take them apart.
Well, if you put a block in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
But this is one thing I was going to show you guys. That their flex tie is is super cool because you do this, and now if you want a clip, like you go, well, I love Fox because they're so together when you put a clip on. It's better than a zip clip. It's better than that. Maybe 10%, whatever, but it's not going to come apart. Well, you can use a flex tie anywhere. You can use it in the corner here. You see over here in the corner? If you put that in, it's exactly half inserted. Now, when you put the next one on, it is locked. It is not coming apart without cutting it.
And we call that permalocking.
Permalocking.
Two blocks together. Yeah. So
And I mean,
corners get that
it is a more robust connection than any kind of metal clip, I would think. It is crazy. Now, the other cool thing is, let's say we've cut a window opening and we've lost all of our webbing because you just have about 3 or 4 inches. These things break in half, and now you can put half a web in there in the bottom, and now you'll have, and when you got that cut, you have now a web where you were just going to have to brace it. That's super. That flexibility is so nice. We do a lot of this around our window openings. The first time I did a pour with you guys, I used these everywhere I was going to use a Fox box clip.
Yeah.
And I totally,
a couple extra boxes on.
Totally didn't need to, by the way. I quit doing it on the second floor because I realized how robust the block was. But first time, wasn't going to make a fool out of myself on YouTube.
It's cheap insurance at the end of the day. You've got 24 connection points, 12 on the top, 12 on the bottom, that blocks are going to lock together,
right,
both vertically and across each seam as well. So
absolutely. Well, and then I know there's a couple blocks that are doing it now. I've even seen Nudura's new ones have this little drain, but this was the first time I'd seen it, and I thought it was so slick because if you guys live in cold climates, you know that these turn into ice trays in the winter. We built this element house over the winter, but having this little slot where most of the water, you'll get a little puddle of ice, but it's not a big block of ice. Yep. It lets it drain out. It's just a really good block. The other thing you guys changed from Logix is you got rid of the ribs.
We got rid of the ribs. Absolutely. Nice smooth face now.
When you need to peel off a form for any reason, yep, Nudura and Logix always kind of sucked because they had the ribs and it didn't. Well, that's not something you're supposed to do, but in the real world, we have all kinds of needs. Having a fairly smooth finish is nice. And just thinking about other things about the block that, innovated. The flex tie and the assembly was obviously the biggest.
It's a great hybrid system. We've got the molded. We have the side assembled. They go together in unison.
That's what,
seamlessly together.
Very often when we're selling a whole house, maybe it's going to be a little over one truck, no matter what, even with the knockdowns. We'll send out some assembled, some unassembled, and we'll just fill up 2 trucks completely. And that way they're pulling stuff off. Their guys are working immediately while the other guys start assembling, and it balances out. It kind of maximizes truck space amazingly well.
Gives a stocking dealer like you the flexibility to go 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever core size you need at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing, guys. One thing is funny. There are other guys out there right now innovating, trying to innovate and make new blocks. And I love that because there were no really new industry changes in the last 15 years till you guys did this really. Stronghold came out. There was some other stuff, but they're coming out with only 6s and 8s. They're basically Fox blocks knockoffs. They still need clips. Yep. And it's a brand new block. When I heard they were coming, I'm like, wow, they're going to top element. Didn't come close. And it happens. It's fine. It'll be another option for people.
Correct.
But this is so innovative, and I love innovation. That's like me. We actually came up with a little part. I had talked to Fox about it for years, about making a better one-sided form because all the one-sided forms are mediocre. And don't know if it's going to happen, but the president of Element jumped in and said, dude, I love the idea. Let's look at it. And that's what's cool about they're just the right size to be incredibly fast at innovating when they want. They're not some big behemoth of a company that, can't move.
The consortium.
Yes, because it's like we call it the 5 families of Element because we kind of like mafia culture and stuff. And there's 5 separate families with plastics companies that came together to make Element. So it's a weird family type thing.
It's much different than most of the ICF blocks out there. And the experience level from top to bottom is
absolutely.
Years.
Well, no, because when I had not met anybody, even Sam. I talked to him on the phone like 80 times. I met him at World of Concrete in person for the first time. Only person I had met for the first 6 months I was using it was Travis. And within 10 minutes, I'd met several of the owners. I'd met Andy, and they're all, to a man. A lot of them are Canadians, and just so freaking nice. To be honest, you're like, wait, you run the company? How's that go? Yeah, but they're just so nice, but they're so experienced, like everybody. like, Eric 3D printed this little part that we want to make, and they had it in the hands of a super awesome engineer in no time. But anyway, let's talk about all the other cool stuff you guys got. We have actually used a ton of their heat sheet heavy. It's a tongue and groove sheet foam that's made to hold hydronic piping. We got the Element build that we've been doing videos on for months at this point that has this everywhere, including under the pool, that he's heating the house. He's heating that water with Bitcoin miners. So it's a crazy, off-label use that the math says it's going to work really awesome. I want to talk about the bucks, because bucks have always been a big topic of debate when I did the last review video, I had not used them yet, I think. I like the idea. So if you think about a fox buck or any of the other bucks, they're completely wrapped in foam, which makes them look kind of nice from afar. But the big issue is putting the windows in, your nail fin, you're trying to stick it to nothing but foam, which the foam better be clean and slick. It better not have a bunch of pollen on it. Just in the real world, dust, pollen. You guys know it's hard to stick stuff to dirty surfaces and ICF in the real world. Having this plastic exposed gives us something that we can use liquid flashing. We can use tape, zip tape right to this and get a perfect bond forever. Also, being out in here when you're going trim, or mounting the windows with other bracket systems, or you can see that with Fox,
even bracing it for the pour itself.
Right, everything is very obvious that you've made good connection because it's exposed. The other thing you were talking about, you guys used to sell a lot of Gorilla Buck because they're made pretty close to you, and they're a good block, but it is a thermal bridge. It's a less thermal bridge than a 2x12, but it's still plywood. It's still wood. But with this thing here, you don't have to use the metal, the anchor plates, which adds cost. Gorilla Buck costs this. They're already expensive. Now I got to buy these plates from Simpson and put them in, and all those cost money. And it's when you add up the whole system, you're like, oh, well, this is prohibitive. This little guy here entrains in the concrete and holds just like an anchor plate. You're not getting this thing out. It's got this keyway that fits right inside the wall, giving you a really good thermal break. Something we've noticed is when we were putting our case trim and stuff, we can hit this screw with we were doing fry reglet with super fancy window trim, and we were able to hit this as something to bite. It's way back there. But it's
the beauty of this is when you're framing out not framing out your window.
You can use those button screws.
You're using a washer and a 3.5 inch screw to get back there, and that'll actually eliminate picture framing needed, and that can actually stay there. So it's another layer.
Absolutely. So it makes the bracing simpler than a typical buck. So after using them, and you see this little interlock up here? Now, my boys got real fancy. My Amish boys are surgeons. We figured out you can actually take these 16-inch pieces apart and hand cut them and put them back together. My boys...
That might be a little overkill.
But it is possible. He wants to sell more
nice.
buck, but it's possible to use your waist.
It is possible to use your waist. Now, say you got a 3-foot window, you cut a foot off. Now, this is the start of your next piece. You add another 4-foot piece, you got a 5-foot piece, and you just keep going and going and going. There's virtually no waste. You may get a little 6-inch piece where you just can't.
It should be less than 16 inches because they have a...
Correct.
Yeah.
Anything less than this tie right here, you're going to have to throw that
away.
piece
Right.
out.
Yeah, for sure.
But you're talking 4 inches out of a 48-inch piece.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
on my phone.
So, no. But anyway, guys, so the other thing that I've actually got to see them make, and I never understood, it's funny, I just didn't know how it was made, is their Halo heat sheet. So, up in Canada, Halo Subterra, sorry. And this, it comes in multiple varieties. I probably ought to just let you talk about it because you know so much more about it, but...
no, you're good. So it's a graphite-infused EPS foam, which we call it GPS foam. We've got Halo, Subterra, which is below grade, Interra, which is inside, and then Xterra, basically your continuous insulation around the house. And then we have a fourth version of it, which is Chrome, and that is just without the labeling whatsoever. So it's just same insulation throughout. There's a couple different densities that you can go with. Subterra is usually your more dense product for below grade.
And the graphite infused gets you a little higher R value. I think it goes to what, R5 per inch instead of R4, roughly. I mean,
R5 per inch and a 16th. There is that.
An inch and a 16th.
Inch and a 16th.
So you're trying to meet that code. Like up in Canada, I think you have to be at R5 per inch in some cases. They actually make the block with it too. But
in some of the plants, they do make it.
It's a little exorbitant for our climate, it's just not necessary. Our codes don't require it, but
And these blocks are so
they kinda
good
look cool.
as they are. Oh, great. The gray does look good. The gray does look good. It's a little easier on the eyes.
yeah, I'm sure you're not getting snow blind like we get. So yeah, guys, I mean, they just have such a wonderful suite of products. I mean, their sheet foam. Some of these actually meet vapor barrier for if you tape them, they can meet radon, right?
Correct. Now, our plant doesn't necessarily make
Right,
that. It's a
but
Subterra Plus.
it
does
exists.
exist.
And
Check out Beaver Plastics for the Subterra Plus. It is a woven material.
yeah,
You
it's
can bend that sucker in
more
half.
expensive, but you're getting that's the one you can
Correct.
bend
You
and
can bend it,
you
yep.
can't break it. So I mean, they got so many cool things. They're an incredibly innovative company. You know, when I did the review video before, I had just started using them. I loved what I was seeing, but now I've got
You're
a
in.
fully developed repertoire of actual, use of it. And I just have to say, the flex tie system is as advertised because it gives you, like we'll have a guy that needs just a few eighths on a little wall that's going through the house or something, and he just has to have a box of 8-inch ties, and he just makes eighths instead of. And so many of these new blocks coming out are just 6s and 8s, and you're stuck. If you need something else, you're done. You don't. I need a 10-inch wall for something. I'm screwed. And the fact that you guys have the taper top blocks and the brick ledge, and I mean, you're simple, but you have what you need.
Yep.
We have what we need.
You got the core.
You got the core products, and you got all of them, and we have all of them, and we warehouse them, and that's the key to everything, guys, is having the product for you guys. We'll have a guy randomly call, hey, you got any, Halo? They'll find us on the internet, and we do. So, guys, we're sending out houses all over the country. We're sending out whole packages for houses now. We've got a guy that does takeoffs quickly. Sam throws his sleeves. Sam does his own thing. But guys, Element's awesome. Hit us up at support@all3pools.com. We're not just pools when it comes to the ICF game. And these guys at Element, Sam's amazing. They're all amazing. And we couldn't be happier with the relationship. But guys, 1 year in, review it went from an A to an A+, in my opinion. Because now they're fully online, and the only issue was they were having trouble keeping up with us. Now they're burying us. So
Looking forward to the next year, right? And the different products you throw at us.
absolutely, yeah. Oh, I'm not going to show you yet, but just another side, we have this thing we want to make for a cove at the bottom of our monoport pools. Very, ancillary part. We've had it in our mind for years. We tried to make it out of metal. We tried to make it cheap enough to bring it to you guys. The metal was too expensive. I go to his plant and see this machine that I didn't know existed, and in 2 minutes I knew he could make it. He cuts me a whole block. He cuts me like 80 of them out in like 5 minutes. I've got them in here. I'm going to use them on the next pool, and I'll show you after that. But
Try to run it. Absolutely.
but I mean, it's so cool to have guys that can help make things come to the world, come to you guys. So, Sam, looking forward to the next year, buddy.
Absolutely.
All right.